Welcome back to Blast Guys Reviews. In this review, we're taking a look at Joytoy Warhammer 40k Ultramarines Terminator. This is brother Orionus. This is the package and it comes in for all you package collectors. These are 1/18 scale figures. Pretty cool. This box is actually a lot taller than most boxes. These are some pretty large figures for being 1/18 scale. We will be taking a look at some comparisons so we can see how big he really is versus some other figures at the end. So here's the box. It looks cool. Front of the box. Here's the back of the box. Product statement. There's some product images, some small ones on the side and more larger ones on the other side, showing all the different features and what you get with this figure. You do not get a lot of accessories, but you do get one massive weapon. Here's a look at the side of the box. There's the other side of the box. There's the top of the box. And here we have the bottom of the box. And here he is inside the clamshell. And I'm going to say, wow, that gun is massive. And here's our Terminator outside the box. He looks pretty cool. He looks like a powerhouse to begin with. Pretty good details. I liked a lot of details. Got a lot of print on these figures, on these Terminators, and they are definitely beefcakes. So let's kind of take a look at him. Overall, we have his very cool Terminator white helmet. I like the sculpt on this. We have the red eyes. We have like a dirty wash over the helmet to bring out some of these features, I guess. Nice gunmetal respirator here on the front of his mask. That's looks pretty sick. Some little vents maybe up there in the sculpt work. Oh, he has his optics right here above his head suit cavity part. It could be some kind of lasers, could be some kind of optics. I don't know. If you do know, comment below. Maybe it's linked to his helmet so he can do like a targeting system for that massive minigun that he comes with. Well, it's pretty funny that I said mini because it's massive, but Gatling gun, weapon that he comes with. Pretty cool. Now his head can move. You know, it's like it can move back and forth. I just want to do that a lot. It can move to the side, obviously. You can't get 360 because of the housing here on the figure. On that side, you can look up and down a little bit, and you can rock his head side to side of that. There's no movement here. You see, like he's inside this like protective suit, almost like a dome would come over his head, but it obviously probably doesn't. But you know, give you an idea of what it is, what it looks like. The pauldrons. Looks like we have pauldrons on top of pauldrons. There's that panel. The way that looks pretty cool. Ultramarines logo there, just painted on or wall side decal. Some print here on the back. Pretty cool. I do love these pauldrons with these massive stone looking skull and cross bones here. These are very, very nice. These are a sculpted piece. You see the different layers. Some print right there also. That's very cool. And these are quite big. I mean, they're bigger than a quarter. Probably like a 50-cent piece, to give you an idea how what size they are. On the back of his arms, he has these flexible hoses, done like I got them out of color. There's a green wire that runs along the hose. Pretty nice feature, and that's on both of the arms. For this arm, he has a piston there, done in a gunmetal. And then we have a iron skull there on his gauntlet. And we have some type of maybe flamethrower here. That could be for the fuel, and that could be for the ignites to flame. They do have little silver studs there around, 3 of them, just around that section. This arm is on a ball joint. It will rotate 360. No problem. You see how that kind of worked? It kind of like, this is like two different joints. It comes, it's like this, and you can see how this kind of stayed. And then this arm, it gets you more of a range because the pauldrons weren't attached to the arm. So that's actually, is that something they're moving forward with? That'd be interesting if they are. So for this arm, he does have the bicep cut right there, 360. We do have a double jointed elbow. That's cool. And the hand goes up and down, in and out, and all the way around. Just keep your fingers out the way so you don't burn them off. I still say flame effects would definitely, or special effects, flame effects definitely for that part, but would take these guys to a whole new level. Especially if that was drilled, you could put a large flame in there. Yes, that's going to bring up the cost of the figures, but can you just imagine maybe, you know, them giving that aesthetic and then maybe selling some effects packs, Joytoy effect packs. That would be amazing. Or weapons packs would be cool too. So let's move over to this cool arm here. He's a lot going on besides that amazing pauldron. He also has that, you know, 360 rotation, and the arm here can raise up about the same distance. Double joint elbow, obviously, bicep cut. But we have no hand here. We have the power fist. This is all sculpted piece with a few studs in there. And we do have the same effect here. It kind of looks like a flamethrower, but there's no silver like nozzle, I guess. It's just closed off. Maybe that's just because this supplies some kind of power to this power glove. And it's pretty cool. And on the top he has another 3D piece skull and a wreath type there. Or laurel maybe. There's that piston there. Pretty cool. A lot of detail for these guys. Here on the chest, you have the white with the kind of wreath, laurel slash whatever. Then we have the silver studs. We have this kind of, what does this do? I don't know. It's just a silver port. His belt and his crotch area is one piece. So this is kind of like not a good design in my opinion. Because basically it's just his underwear and a belt. And then it just hides the connection points between the legs and the torso. But if we get there, he can move back and forth, side to side on the figure. Pretty good range. And of course you could spin it if you want to. If you want to get psycho. 360 all the way around. Pretty cool. You see the cross, some print there on his crotch, but I was giving out directions. If you come down to this area right here, please read fine print. It's his legal disclaimer, I guess. We have these pads here on the side, back. We got just some type of talisman here. Cross, pretty cool. We have on the legs, we do have the same ones from the original, like Black Chaos Terminators. That kind of like leg supports with just blue plastic. A lot of sculpting though. This leg looks awesome. Has his name on it. Some print that we can't read. A 3D skull looks fantastic. I love that. They did a great job on the wash on the eyes on these skulls. A very large purity seal. Their skull. Same here. And some more print. If you speak that language, let us know in the comments what that says. Up and down on the feet. Kind of flat-footed. Side to side. Toe articulation up. And some big feet. Overall, nice figure. The back has the vent, the very large vent. It's got to be hot in there. Hope we get some good air conditioning. And then we have the silver in the back. I must say, I'm surprised at these figures. The sheer size of these things, and they're solid plastic. There's no hollowness. There's no cheapness to them. So you're not getting ripped off. But the prices are around $40 to $45 on these Terminators. Mostly the Terminator ranges in about 65 bucks on average in the past history of since the release of Joytoy Warhammer figures. So maybe, you know, I don't think they cut out too much on the detailing in my opinion, except for maybe this crotch piece, but you do have a lack of accessories. But what more would you give this guy? Because the weapon he comes with in his power fist is not much more you can do with it unless you're trying to have a different loadout, which I don't think that's something that there's 6 of these guys. So if you want a specific loadout, buy the one you want. You do get a stand, clear stand in a baggie. It's not needed. They stand perfectly fine. They get massive feet, so just put them down and let them go. Pretty cool. Alright, so one of the other accessories you get is one hand, obviously, because I'm not going to place the power fist. It'd be very unique if they come with a separate arm, so you can have, you know, not the power fist equipped. But here is like the weapon of the hour, I guess. This thing is huge. This is a massive, massive Gatling gun. We'll call it Gatling gun instead of minigun because it's not mini, even for a 1/18 scale action figure. So we have the blue harness here that attaches to his arm. This is where he would grip it. Most of this is just a nice gunmetal color. It looks fantastic. A lot of sculpting, a lot of detail. You have two pure details here. Looks very cool. This looks like a little bit of paint. If these are the shells for this, a little bit of paint, like some gold paint there, because that's kind of what they used to go with all the time. Would have been really nice to start bring out those shells, those rounds. Very, very cool. The front of it, we have a drill barrel there. Nothing. These are kind of indented. They're not really drilled in all the way in. They're just indented, but that's drilled pretty good. You have this rail here in the bottom. On the other side, we do lack of features, obviously, because it's probably just the inside of the actual weapon. You're not really seeing that side technically. And then also, if you had all this other stuff, it's probably going to affect you keeping the weapon close to the character. So I get that, and I appreciate that effort if that's what they were going with, and that's what I'm going with. But nonetheless, very nice. As you can see, compared to the massive figure, his gun is nothing to be dealt with here. Look at this. It's actually taller than the figure. That's very, very cool. Let's see how hard it is. The hands are stiff, so this is going to be literally a nightmare to get. Let's see. This one's not a trigger hand, so do we need a trigger finger for this? Yes, we do, because it has the opening there. That is going to be a literally nightmare to get that to grip that. I don't know if I'm going to mess with it on camera. Obviously, you can do it. I'm betting the best way to do that is to take the hand off, getting it on there, and leaving it, and just use your other hand for, you know, downtime. I guess that's probably what I'm going to do. Take this off, and it's just on a ball peg, and then you can put this one on. Might need some heat. Yeah, probably need some heat for that one because it needs stretched. And then attach your hand, which this comes off. No, that's attached pretty good. Yeah, that's going to be very, very tough to get that in there. So I am not going to waste a whole lot of time on it at this point because it's going to be a nightmare. I bet it's going to take me a good 10 minutes to figure that out. So basically, this is what he looks like. I mean, and ultimately in the end, besides the hand actually being on the trigger, I mean, he is, let's push down on him. He is huge. And he can hold that. You just got to get it in there. Now, that's pretty insane. Wow. And then you can get him to lean back, so it gives him like a firepower. Like he's getting all that resistance. Or kick back. That's pretty awesome. This one and the one with the cyclone missiles are the ones I wanted the most. I haven't picked any of the other 4 up. There's a total of 6 of them. It's just because, you know, I've been getting other things, and I will get around to getting the other ones because I think they're good value in what you get, and just the sheer size of these things. So, I think I paid like $44 for him because I got him when he first came out, and I didn't want to wait. So, let's go and take a look at a comparison of a 6-inch figure and another 1/18 scale figure. All right, so there you go. He looks pretty good. There's a 1/18 scale Star Wars figure, vintage figure, and then there's a G.I. Joe classified figure for your representation for your 1/12. So you can see how he stands between the two. Even though he is technically 1/18 scale, he is a big boy. And it's actually scales really well in, you know, the Warhammer universe, because they are, you know, what, 10-foot soldiers, whatever. And then, I mean, they get any bigger, they're going to be in a 1/12 scale with these guys. I bet you the Primarchs are probably bigger than the classified figures, but we'll have to wait to see until we score one of those. Alright guys, there you go. Highly recommend them. The cons are the hands are very stiff and it's going to be a pain. That's going to be your most frustrating part. I could see that this potentially could be a piece that comes off. If it does, just put the pig back in with a bit of super glue. Other than that, he stands really well. He's a solid piece. He's a good value for the Warhammer price point. And overall, could they be cheaper? Do we want them cheaper? Yes, but they're set standard. I think it's a good value for what it's worth. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And we'll see you in our next review.